So you want to own a business. Maybe you've looked at franchises before. Maybe you've already written them off. But before you dismiss franchising for the usual reasons like it's just buying a job or there's no control or the fees kill your profit, I want to show you one document and just one section inside that document that may entirely change how you perceive franchising. And it's why I believe franchise ownership can offer a more informed path to entrepreneurship, one backed by real-world data. Every franchise has a legal document called the Franchise Disclosure Document, or the FDD. And Item 19 is the section where the franchisor shares financial performance data. But not every Item 19 is the same. Some show limited snapshot of average revenue, others just highlight a few top performers. But then there are those that go further, sharing sales, cost of goods, gross profit, and owner earnings for every single location in their system. That level of transparency, it's rare and it's a green flag, and it gives you visibility into the performance that's hard to find in any other form of business ownership. Think about it. When you build a business from scratch, your financials are just projections. They're based on assumptions, hopes, or someone else's idea of what might work. When you buy an existing business, you may get hard numbers, but they're for that one location under that one owner. You don't know how much of that success came from their personal connections, timing, or just some other unique advantages. But with Item 19, you're looking at performance across the entire system, hundreds of different owners, different markets, and different conditions. That kind of pattern is what tells you whether the model itself works. In this Item 19, you're seeing data from 280 different locations. The average annual revenue across all of them in 2024 was $2.877 million. After accounting for cost of goods sold, the average gross profit was over $1.77 million. That's a meaningful baseline, but this franchise doesn't stop at the average. In fact, this FDD also breaks out performance by their top performers and their worst performers. Here you can see sales from the best performing 56 stores and the worst performing 56 stores. The top cohort of owners averaged over $530,000 in owner's benefit. The bottom cohort, well, they still brought in an average of over $130,000 per year. And system-wide, the average was almost $315,000 in owner earnings. That kind of segmentation helps you understand how different operators perform and how your strengths might fit into that system. You're not just looking at one story, you're looking at the entire landscape, what the business looks like across a wide range of real owners in the real world. And that makes Item 19 one of the most meaningful and insightful tools available when evaluating a business that you may want to own. So here's the question. Do you believe you can outperform the average franchisee? Because if the average, or better, aligns with your financial goals, that's a strong signal that this may be a good fit for you. Now, to be fair, not every Item 19 includes this level of detail. Some franchises choose not to share it, or they only share a subset of data. That doesn't always mean something is wrong, but if a brand is confident in how its franchises perform, they usually want to show it. So if the data is limited or unclear, that's something worth asking about. What's so valuable about the Item 19 is that it reflects real-world results, not assumptions, not pitch decks, not hopes. This is how actual franchisees performed in full view. That's hard to find in other business opportunities. So let's circle back to those early concerns. You're just buying a job. Wrong. You set the schedule, you hire the team, you decide how to grow it. You give up control. Well, no business owner controls everything. And in franchising, the parts that you do give up, those are the parts that are built to work. How about the fees make it unprofitable? Well, not when the model works like this. The data speaks for itself. If you're serious about business ownership, ask to see the Item 19. And if it looks like this, with performance data across the full system, you've got more than a business concept. You've got evidence. So if you want to make a smart leap, an informed leap into business ownership, start by asking for one thing, the Item 19. And if it shows you real, full system performance across every store, you're not just buying a business, you're buying into a system with proof. And if you're wondering what brand this data came from, well, stay tuned and we'll discuss that in a future episode.